So we have heard various different Trump officials just this week tell us that there's either not a plan at all to replace the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, or yeah, there is a plan, but it's so super secret, we can't tell anybody about it. Those statements were made by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and, of course, Director of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Dr. Mehmet Oz, respectively. Bessent says there is no plan. Oz said, oh, there's totally a plan, but it's super secret and we're not going to tell anybody because, we're trying to not show our cards. But this marks 15 years. 15 years since the passage of the Affordable Care Act that Republicans have been telling us, oh, we've got our own plan. We're just not ready yet. So 15 years. And these morons have not been able to come up with anything, or at least not been able to tell us anything about what they've come up with in secret. But Trump finally did. Folks, we finally have the Republican healthcare plan. Trump told it to us this week during his interview with Fox News host Laura Ingraham. And I'm going to tell you what it is, distilled down into a nutshell. The plan, the Republican health care plan, as put forward by Donald Trump on Fox News this week, is people should buy health insurance. Oh, and we're going to call that Trump Care. Sorry, I forgot that because that's the most important part. You see, the only reason Donald Trump hates the Affordable Care Act is because people do call it Obamacare. It started off as a, pejorative term from Republicans like, oh, this Obamacare. And it actually became a term of endearment. So Trump hates that because he hates the name Obama. He hates the person Obama. And he wants to call his new plan, which is go buy health insurance, Trump Care. And if you think I'm exaggerating that is the extent of Trump's plan, let me read you what he told Laura Ingraham this week. I watched Obama from when this thing came about. As you know, I opposed it very strongly. Unfortunately, we had a couple of negative votes, which should never have happened. But I said it's going to be a disaster, and I was exactly right. The premiums have gone up like rocket ships. And I'm not just talking about recently, I'm talking about for years they've been going up. For a few years, they have been going up, but was Obama in office during those years? Have those premiums been going up because of the Affordable Care Act? The answer to that is absolutely not. Health insurance companies are out of control, and because Congress and the president, of course, refuse to push for any kind of price controls, we all get screwed in the process. So it is what it is. They're able to rip us off because people like Trump allow them to rip us off. Obamacare had kind of, gotten the reins on that a little bit, but over the years, with Trump serving now 2 terms in office, insurance companies have felt emboldened, and they've decided to screw us over more. But Trump continued to get to the heart of his plan. And he said premiums will go down, everything will be wonderful. It's horrible health insurance at a very high price. And what I want, and probably what you're alluding to, is the fact that I want, instead of going to the insurance companies, I want the money to go into an account for people, where the people buy their own health insurance. It's so good. The insurance will be better. It'll cost less. Everybody's going to be happy. They're going to feel like entrepreneurs. And if we did that, that would be so exciting. Call it Trump Care. Call it whatever you want to call it, but anything but Obamacare. So we're still buying health insurance from the same companies that are currently screwing us over. It's just that instead of the subsidies going to the health insurance company when somebody buys the policy, the policy buyer would get the subsidy and then pay it to the company that would already have gotten it anyway. We're creating an extra step in a problem that doesn't even get solved in the end. Is everybody following along with that? Does everybody fully comprehend what this demented lunatic is saying? He's like, the health insurance companies are trash, but if people pay them money, then they'll be good. Where's the men with the butterfly nets, right? Where's the straitjacket folks? This is a crazy plan from a crazy person. This is not normal. This is a guy who doesn't understand how health insurance works. This is an absolute deranged lunatic that is going to further destroy healthcare in this country, which is already among the worst on the friggin' planet. And this is the best he's got. Go buy health insurance. 15 years, and the Republican plan is go get health insurance. We're screwed as a country, folks.